FCU.
Local Sky 3, bringing you the big local news from unique views.
There has been a lot of talk in my house lately about education. Our younger daughter has graduated high school, now off she goes to college, and lots of the conversations we've had about the multiple ways that there are to learn. If you are a hip person in America these days, no doubt you're learning the value of podcasts, and we are so excited this morning to talk with Christopher Nelson, who not only has a brand new podcast that he's launched, he's kind of making a speaking circuit at the moment too, and then he's about to launch some pre-sales of a book he's written called From No Dough to IPO. So good to see you this morning.
Hey, very nice to see you as well.
So you kind of gave me my own little Cliff Notes version of your resume. Quite impressive, but pretty much you're taking your own life experiences career-wise and kind of consumer-wise to now help other people take advantage of your knowledge.
That's 100% correct, because I think what we don't do enough here in the United States is really talk about career and money and how it all works together to get to an end result. And so, you know, as you stated, for my children, I mean, this is for my children, for other people who are in careers who are feeling the challenge right now financially, is to show them that working for Tech Equity is a viable strategy to build wealth.
I think that what's happened, and we'll talk maybe peer-to-peer from an age perspective a little bit, is that the way we did it and the way our kids are having to do it feel kind of different. And I think sometimes parents don't necessarily know how to advise their kids because the world's so changing.
Very much so. I think that the world has changed dramatically, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that, you know, technology is now playing a much larger role. We still have a bit of a divide of a technology company that manufactures technology, but even now retail companies, restaurants, I mean, everything is having a very large technology component. And so we need to show our children, how do they exist in this world where technology is a part of work, and work skills are important, technology skills are important. And then we also have to focus, you know, heavily, I think, on a personal finance component to help people get to the end result they want to, which is ultimately retirement.
I think that what you said to me was that kind of wake-up moment for you happened when you were looking to buy your first house and you realized there was more to it than just finding the house. You have to pay for it.
Well, that's right. I think, you know, I'd been working for 10 years in my tech career and had been working for a company that didn't provide equity at my level. And the next thing you know, I'm married, we have a child on the way, and we wanted to buy a house in the Bay Area, one of the most expensive housing markets in the United States. And so many of my mentors were telling me, well, you have to now start going to work for equity. You have to go to work for, you know, public companies that provide equity as part of their compensation, or or startup companies, because it's that additional compensation component that will allow you to get ahead financially and actually buy that house in the Bay Area. And I found that to be true.
So, okay, that was true for you in the Bay Area. Talking to us here in Chattanooga, would the same thing, do you think, be true?
Yes, and this is really a key part of my message, is that in Chattanooga, in many places, Chattanooga is actually one of the most prominent places for remote technology work in the United States, because it is gig city, right? It has a tremendous availability of the internet. And so taking on remote roles is a very viable way to work for these companies that offer equity compensation, which means that not only do you get a salary and sometimes a bonus at your role, but you also get a fractional ownership share in the company. And this is where, you know, it's not just you trading your time for a paycheck, but you also have this other component that, depending on the outcome of the company, you get this additional piece that can allow you to, you know, get ahead, stay ahead in this high inflation environment.
Okay, I've got a couple of questions because the podcast, I think, is called Tech Careers Money Talk, right? That's the podcast?
Tech Careers and Money Talk. That's
Money
correct.
Talk. Okay. If you are someone who is not technically geared, but you have other skills, might be HR, might be you're a great writer, can the tech field still employ you?
Yes. In fact, my episode that is coming out soon will feature a woman who has built an amazing career in procurement. Because this is also something that it's important for everyone to understand. If your passion is finance, HR, marketing, writing, they need technical writers. They need people who can tell the story of the impact of this technology, sales, you name it. Those types of skills are needed in technology companies because ultimately they're businesses. And in this story that I'll be sharing of this procurement maverick, as I call her, she built a career in an organization that allowed her to then find roles in great companies and take a lot of equity off the table.
Okay, I've got less than a minute remaining. If
Sure.
someone is wanting to find out then these businesses that have the equity offer, how do they do it? How do you find them?
Well, there's a lot of different resources online. I would say that, going to websites that are talking about technology companies and giving you the compensation profile and letting you know that it's going to be salary plus equity is really where you want to start.
Okay.
And
go
definitely.
ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was going to say is that, I'm also looking to create some resources on the Tech Careers and Money Talk website so that people can find those links very easily.
Okay, so I know we can find you on LinkedIn. I think you told
Yes.
me the book is in pre-sale right now, but then it will be available for purchase in August. Is that right?
It's going to be available. We're opening it up for pre-sale in August, and then it'll be open up for sale in September. And the website there is alwaysworkforequity.com.
And then we can catch your podcast as well.
That's right. Tech Careers and Money Talk, and it's on Apple, Spotify, Google, and also YouTube.
Thank you so much.
Summer is here, and that has a lot of homeowners blasting the AC to stay comfortable. Well, today I'm joined by BJ, owner of West Shore Home, to find out why your old, outdated windows might be the cause of your high energy bills. BJ.
Thanks, Joe. Most homeowners are used to their energy bills skyrocketing during the summer, but what most don't realize is that something as simple as replacing your windows or getting a new entry door can save you money all year round.
We had a lot of our windows replaced last year and noticed a change almost immediately. Now, for people whose AC's been running pretty much non-stop and they're thinking about starting that window or door project, how can you help them? Why should they go with West Shore?
So we work with all of our customers to make sure they get the exact fit for their home. You can do interior wood grain look. We have custom exterior colors to make sure it fits your home and matches it perfectly. On the door side, we got hundreds, maybe even thousands of combinations to make sure you can increase that curb appeal and get the right energy efficient solution for your home.
And I know all of your window and door projects are backed by your 5-star installation experience performed by employee installers, not subcontractors. That's great. Now, BJ, for somebody still on the fence about starting a project, what can you do special for them?
So right now, you can hold on to your money for an entire year because we're doing 12 months of no payment, no interest financing. On top of that, for anyone that calls right now, I'm going to do 50% off the cost of installation on all window and door projects. We have so many options. Look here, black exterior windows, big bow windows, and some of the more traditional styles. Again, if you call in now, don't worry about making your first payment until well into 2024.
Incredible, BJ, thanks. Folks, you heard it right here. Make your home comfortable year-round with West Shore Home's energy-efficient options. Get the exact style and color you want, and if you call in right now, you'll save big with this limited time offer.